Hello peoples! Well, in today's video we're going to have to do something a little bit different. Basically, I'm waiting for the 3.14 patch to drop, and because there's going to be so many significant changes in the weapons and shields and the way ships function, I decided that I'd take a little break from doing any more testing and just basically do some PvP. So we're going to use the Khartu-al, and we're going to do some PvP just to dispel the rumor that the Khartu-al sucks in PvP, which after this video I think you're going to find it doesn't. So we're going to bring up Urkel here. This particular build that I'm going to be running today has a pair of C788 ballistic cannons. The big feature here is the range, which is 3,211 meters. Unfortunately, the speed for the projectile is a little bit slow for PvP at 950 meters per second, but it'll work. We are using an FR66 and a Palisade because that's what I had at the time that I shot this video. So, stop typing if you're a PvPer. I know you should have two FR66s, but we don't. Here you're going to see that our EM signature outweighs our IR. We're lit up like a Christmas tree, so basically this is a dogfighting build. You're not sneaking up on anyone. Don't even think about it. As usual, you will find a link for this build in the video description below after you see the video if you want to try it out for PvP, particularly before the 3.14 patch drops. Give it a shot, come back here, leave some comments, let us know what you liked, what you didn't like, all that good stuff. As usual, sit back, relax, grab yourself a snack, a beverage, maybe some popcorn for this one, and let's see how we do. So strangely enough, I was having a very hard time finding people to PvP. Even the people on my bounty list didn't really seem to have an appetite for it and would turn and run. So I turned to Mr. Hammerduki, one of my org mates, and he was gracious enough to help me out. He is currently flying a Vanguard Harbinger, and we are going to do a classic merge. That means that we're going to pass each other before we actually engage. That way no one has the advantage. So here's the merge. You can see here that the Khartu-al has really good maneuverability, and I'm able to get my guns on him first. I'm going to start firing as soon as I can, take advantage of some of that range, and just basically go into a really maneuverable fight between me and him. Now, the Vanguard Harbinger may not be a PvP beast in today's meta, but it's no slouch. The Vanguard has pretty high hit points, very tanky ship, and it's got some decent firepower. So what I don't want to have happen is get a direct hit from him. I need to keep maneuvering around, all the while I need to keep pounding as much as I can. And I'm doing a pretty effective job here. Now, Mr. Hammerduki is no slouch when it comes to PvP, so it's not a one-sided fight, but you could definitely see where the maneuverability of the Khartu-al is an advantage against a lesser maneuverable ship like the Vanguard. So here, Mr. Hammerduki definitely, makes the smart decision. He tries to get some distance between me and him. Unfortunately, it's just not going to work. It opens him up enough to where I can keep pounding him, and I actually, at this point, have blown off a couple of his vital components, specifically an engine and a wing, and then shortly after that another engine and a wing. So he is now helpless. He's actually drifting in one direction and can't really maneuver. So as you can see, the battle's pretty much over now. It's just a matter of time before I kill him. I do want to thank Mr. Hammerduki for taking the time to help me out here. It's really nice. This is going to serve as a baseline, and now you're going to see a little bit later on in the week I was able to get into another PvP match with yet another Vanguard, only this time it is a Vanguard Sentinel. Now this player is set up for PvP. He's got some really fast recharging shields, so he's probably running FR76s, dual. And of course he's got a size 5 fixed weapon by the looks of it, probably an attrition. So that's going to be problematic for me. Mostly because if he hits me even once, he's probably going to blow something off. So my main goal here is going to be to continuously whittle him down because I am using ballistics and they will penetrate the shields, but I have to make sure that he does not get a good solid hit on me, because if he does, I'm going to lose that maneuverability and then lose the fight. So this goes on for a pretty good amount of time. This is definitely a decent fight. We basically traded blows back and forth, and I know I was probably being very frustrating to this player to hit, because he was only able to get some glancing blows on me the whole time. I was able to hit him pretty solidly with the C788s. Now, these cannons do go kind of slow, so they're not ideal for PvP, but they will work. So don't be afraid to use them. Give them a shot, try them out, and then you know, either you like them or you don't. But it's a pretty decent gun to be used for PvP because of its penetration capabilities on the shield. So here we get some distance. I'm trying to let my shields recharge, and then once they come back up to full power, I'm going to go back after them again. As you can see, we're engaging again. I'm going to get some more good hits on them, and basically we're just going to keep trading blows back and forth. So this is where you have to use your maneuverability and everything to make sure that you stay alive when you're facing a tankier opponent. So he's definitely going to wear my shields down periodically, and what I need to do is just continuously try to get him to miss using my maneuverability during this fight. All the while, I need to continuously try to land at least a couple shots at him to whittle him down, and I think I'm doing a pretty good job at this point. I don't see any problems so far. I'm pretty confident that at the going rate, the way that this battle is progressing, that I'm probably going to get him eventually. So the key here is to not get impatient, not make a mistake, continue to do what you're doing. I know that I'm going to frustrate the heck out of this guy because he's not able to land a good solid hit. He's probably thinking to himself, why haven't I already killed this light fighter? Well, because this light fighter is hard to hit. So all that stuff about cross-section and all that stuff, it has some degree, but as long as you're really erratic and you're really maneuverable and you keep that up, it's going to be hard for anyone to hit you. Don't let them tell you differently. You're seeing proof right here. So at this point, I think I'm doing really good, and the distance opens up a little bit. I'm like, okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and make a good strafing run on him and hit him pretty good a couple times, and then this happens. So you're like, what happened? Me too. I had to go back and watch the video several times. So let's take a look. So here we're going to blow this up and slow it down. As you can see, I get some really good hits on him, and it looks like from the flash that he actually blew up, and you can see it there on the bottom. That's the Vanguard blowing up, exploding. And then of course I get ejected out. You gotta love it. The body's floating out there with the shadow of it on the ship. You know, Star Citizen's attention to detail is mind-blowing. And then eventually my ship will blow up. So I'm pretty sure he died before me. I'm not sure if it was him ramming me or if it was debris from him blowing up that caused me to go down. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm going to call it a draw, but let me know if you think he died before me, because if he died before me, I'm going to call it a win. But I'm just going to call it a draw because that's how I see it for right now. As usual, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, the subscribe, and the notification bell. And, you know, as always, take care.